10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Dire team ban. Radiant team pick. Dire team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick. Radiant team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Dire team pick.
10.
Radiant team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Dire team pick.
Night Stalker.
Radiant team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. 10 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick. Ten seconds remaining.
Hyper.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Prepare for battle.
Without further ado, let's introduce the players. Starting off with the Radiant, we have... this does not work for some reason, right? Ultra HS Paraban on the Centaur. Safe lane Centaur. Looks like it will actually be a carry Centaur and an offlane Legion rather. We have Eknard on the Roaming Earth Spirit. Make Me Suffer. Position 4/5 Keeper of the Light. Ush on the mid Invoker. Through position 1. And CA on the offlane Legion. Meanwhile, inside the Spirit, you have BZZ or 633 playing the safe lane Vengeful Spirit. Banscore on the Slardar.
30
FNG
seconds to
on the
battle.
Chen. Iceberg playing the mid Viper. Lastly, DK Phobos playing the offlane Night Stalker. So Venge Slaughter, obviously a very strong lane. Should not have the greatest issues dealing with this LC, although it is actually going to be an LC keeper lane. Okay, I really like this choice. Earth Spirit is free to roll mid and help the Invoker. Because Centaur can solo up just fine against the Night Stalker. And meanwhile we have this LC Coral lane, which is quite a known lane, and it's very strong. It's both of them just have these high damage, long range, large AoE nukes. Overwhelming odds combined with Illuminate, able to clear out the creep wave very quickly, harass at the same time, and then open up the ability to pull the camp. Immediately pings come out, suspecting a block, because this is the common way to deal with this strat, is to block this pull camp for Dire. Bit of dancing here by Slardar. Happen. Well, still, even if this Venge has a bit of a hard time, it's not the biggest deal. Venge doesn't play that well from behind, but on the other hand doesn't need a whole lot to get ahead in the first place. And the bigger deal is going to be this Chen. Now SFTe aren't really equipped. They don't have the heroes to deal like the pressure this Chen in the jungle. They can pressure the lanes and force them to rotate early, but that's about it. And you know, this could be an issue. Now Earth Spirit is actually bottom. I don't exactly agree with this choice. I think pressuring the Night Stalker is not only a futile effort, but not even a feasible idea. And we can see that this Invoker is obviously struggling against Viper. I mean, it's the whole reason you pick Viper is to be very strong one-on-one. But this Viper is playing very aggressively on the enemy cliff. No points in the corrosive skin. Aggressive skill build too. So if this Earth Spirit were mid, they could have just dealt a lot of damage and harassed them out. Oh, missing a bit of a fight here. Chen already making his first rotation. Looks like there was a bit of back and forth. But it will be Team Spirit claiming the first blood, so... yes, they did pressure Chen into leaving his jungle. Getting active early, but... it's not a loss for him at all, because he does actually pick up first blood. Rather, Slardar does. Like, help with his timings, because he's not farming. And now Keeper is out of position. And yeah, this Chen 2 minutes in with that creep. Nice TP out. Slardar will not be predicting it, so Crush not there in time. Invoker really struggling. I mean, that's a 1 quas ice wall and it will not be enough. He will go down. No uphill miss, but even if he did, he could just keep chasing. Picking up the fast boots. Invoker cannot click on the fortress here for some reason. But yeah, Invoker not being able to make it out of there alive. Meanwhile, bottom, I see Night Stalker leading heavily in CS. I'm not sure this is something you would expect. He did buy, you know, the Quelling Blade. The animation is perhaps a little bit easier to last hit with, and he has twice the base armor. So this lane is not really working out for SFTe like they expected. Centaur to be able to, you know, have a good time solo safe lane. He's actually using the mid shrine. Normally when you pick safe lane Centaur, it's you know, to give him a good matchup, to give yourself a safe laner that's self-sufficient. And when he is getting crushed one-on-one like this, that's a very bad sign. And also means that this Night Stalker gonna get very farmed. Gonna get a fast Aghanims, and the moment he gets Aghanims, Oh, I missed this kill. Nice pickup. Finally, their Spirit rotation works out. That was only level 3 Invoker and a level 2 Air Spirit. They managed to kill this Viper. Perhaps playing a little bit too aggressively. And, you know, it's good. Helps Invoker a little bit, but he's still sitting at half the CS of the Viper.
My thrift rewarded.
Nice.
Even clicking on heroes is a struggle. I need to select them with a box work. So yeah, the important thing to point out here is that Night Stalker is pretty much guaranteed to get his Aghanims before the Keeper of the Light does. And with that in mind, you know, this Keeper pick becomes a whole lot less scary. So he's only level 2 at nearly 5 minutes in. You know, compare that to the Chen's almost level 4. It's not looking great for his Keeper. And again, Chen just drops down a ward and runs in here with his creeps, and the Keeper is forced to TP out yet again. Will TP to the bottom lane to try and help the center, but actually ends up body blocking him, so center does go down. Cannot really punish. Air Spirit roll will be off the mark. Slaughter is just gonna... Oh, nice kick! Nails him, but they don't have the vision for the Sunstrike, and they don't actually know that it nailed him. And this again, we're picking... Oh, another kill on the top lane. Not a whole lot to say about that. Legion tanky as she may be on the laning stage, just cannot stand against this. Venge and double Chen creep. So now the push will come out, and it's just so easy. You have the Venge aura, you have the Bazzy aura, you know, from the Chen, you have the Health Regen aura from the Satire, you have the attack speed aura from the Hellburst Smasher. Just so many auras, and this tower is gonna go down in no time. Looks like SFT are trying to muster up a defense, but tower's already pretty much dead. Even if they get a kill on the Chen here, it's hardly a victory. Sunstrike will be split by the creeps, and in fact it might just be the Legion going down instead again. This right click damage is too much to handle, and they forced 3 heroes, they still got the tower, and now Invoker's pressure. I mean, Slaughter's able to just do this, he just runs into the jungle, gives them a few smacks, picks up the Forge Creep and Force Spirit. I mean, the center is without boots. Right, rolling coming from her Spirit, they might actually get at least this kill. Sunstrike will barely hit them. That's a nice return kill, but again, 230 gold is not really enough. This is where I'm still really questioning picking up the Invoker into this so evidently early game heavy lineup, because they force picked Invoker. They already knew, there was a Chen, they knew there was a Night Stalker, and center just cannot man fight this guy at all. 8 armor with the Power Shoot, so much attack speed with the Power Chins in the nighttime. And there's no way to man fight him. Another Void, the center is already very low. Ring felt not be doing enough. Air Spirit is here for a kill, but 900 HP, how are they actually gonna kill him? Even with the Sunstrike, it's gonna be so difficult. Air Spirit shows himself, but the high movement speed and walks out. One more Void will actually take down the center. Weird. Definitely not a good sign. I must say it's not a lane I've seen very commonly, Night Stalker against Centaur. It kind of makes sense that Night Stalker has an advantage, but I wouldn't expect it to be this significant, because this lane got absolutely destroyed. You know, same goes for the mid lane, but that's to be expected. Like Viper against Invoker is pretty normal. Pretty normal to crush the lane as a Viper. Right, so we're just gonna go down. Sunstrike, split by a creep, and that's just a double kill. I mean, he pretty much solo killed the Centaur. I'm sorry I missed that, but meanwhile mid, we might see a dive here. As they're pressuring the bottom tower, they're also gonna dive in the mid tower at the same time and start sprinting in. And what can Keeper of the Light do to keep this guy safe? He has no points in Lex, no Ghost Walk available, and Invoker's goes down. They're gonna have a lot of nukes coming out, but raindrops and a level 2 corrosive skin. This Viper's just gonna TP out, and nicely calculated there. Treads were even on Agi, not on strength, so didn't even have the extra HP to work with. And now Night Stalker might have found himself a little bit overzealous, a little bit too deep. but 174 gold each is somehow the higher. Alright, that's not right. Should say the Radiant killed Night Stalker.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Got 170 gold each. But Legion actually just picked up a level 6, did not have a level 6 there, so that quote-unquote feed by the Night Stalker did not even end up with dual damage. So. And swap stun into the double clap from the 2 Hellbear Smashers. And that's a dead Legion. Then again, the Radiant hero is just not even close to coming online. 9 minutes in, Invoker doesn't have his Midas, it's like not even begun really farming, you know, it's
Radiant's
the,
bottom tower is under
the pushing strength that this Chen Venge combination provides means that if you lose your lanes the way SFT did,
Radiant's bottom tower is under
start losing
attack.
tower after tower after tower, and it's not even a 5-man push, you know, you can't even say like, oh, they're grouping up to push, so that gives us the space to split push. No, it's just the Chen and the Venge just running around, buddies running around together. Occasionally, you know, Slaughter comes in to pick up a kill behind the tower,
Radiant's
but it's
bottom
mostly just the
tower
Venge
is
right-clicking
under
with the
attack.
Chen creeps, and
My thrift rewarded.
in the meantime, you know, Viper is free to pressure his lane. Night Stalker is free to roam around, get other kills wherever he wants. SFT are trying to punish this, but again, it's just their heroes don't do stuff. If you compare, like, Chen is a hero that gets creeps and boom, he does stuff. Like, he's useful. He has a bunch of units right-clicking. Some of them have auras or spells. Oh, nicely baited the press the attack there. Cancel the Viper Strike animation. It cannot be dispelled anyway, so press the attack would not have been effective, but the point is, Chen just needs like level 2 to become a threat. Level 1 even just gets a creep and he's already useful. Venge, level 1 has a stun, can right click, is relatively useful. Plara needs like level 2 or 3, get some points up in the stun and the sprint. And he's useful. Same for Viper and same for Night Stalker. Okay, Night Stalker needs minute 4 to get nighttime and like level 3. Whereas if you look at the Radiant, the only comparable hero they have is Earth Spirit. Earth Spirit, you know, level 1, he's already useful, he has some spells, but everyone else, like Centaur, he slow, not exactly tanky without levels or items. So, like a level 1 Centaur is not really a threat because you can just run away from him, he cannot ever stun you. He needs like at least level 6 to, you know, contribute something in the form of his ultimate. Something reliable. Legion. Level 1, okay, right clicks, decent nuke, but again, nothing of a significant threat. It's a melee hero without any reliable disable until she gets level 6. Then she has duo, but even then it's like duo is melee range, so you need level 6 as well as some items to do something. Keeper, same story. You have Illuminate, alright, that's a nice nuke, but no stun, no significant damage, no way to force something to happen, like to make a kill happen, to apply pressure. And Invoker, perhaps the worst of the 4, needs so much time to be relevant, like, you know, be a threat in fights. And when you have this many heroes that are just so incredibly slow paced, when you lose the lane stage and you're against a Chen, like a bunch of active heroes, it's, yeah, this kind of stuff happens. Just switched over to net worth a while ago, but yeah, net worth tells the story. I mean, Chen is above the highest net worth on the Radiant, which is the Invoker. Chen has 400 gold ahead of him, so let's take a look at the tier 3 tower HPs on Team Spirit. About 90%, 95%, 100%. The towers are not even scratched and they're just about to take their 5th tower. And you know, this is Night Stalker's not even going for Aggro. He's like, you know, we're so far ahead, so you can just run them down. He's so tanky, just gonna pick up the armlet and right click. Walker gets his 13-minute Midas. Alright, Duo actually comes out, alright. Finally they get something done. Night Stalker slightly out of position from the uphill. BJ manages to run in without phase boots even and actually get the duel. Cold Snap pick him in place for a second. Duel get off, and that's a lot of gold going the way of SFT. 1,000 gold for 1 kill. Kind of just goes to show how far behind they are. But then, yeah, Invoker kind of forgets the state of the game that they're in, because again, you kill one hero that does something, but there's still 4 heroes left that are active, and still their one like big spell that actually allowed them to get a kill was the Stampede. And I mean that is actually what allowed them to get the duel off.
Radiant's middle tower
The moment
is under
Stampede is on cooldown, you are once again extremely weak and unable to take any sort of fight. So this Invoker stepping out here was questionable at the very least. Now the Radiant, they do have some decent lane push, like defense, wave clear. Obviously with Keeper as well as Earth Spirit and Legion. Problem is, wave clear alone is not what's gonna allow you to defend, because honestly, Team Spirit are so far ahead. They have the Aegis on Viper that they can just walk in. They don't actually have to be scared. They don't have to slowly siege like you normally see in an even game. You're like, let's go for the slow siege. No, they don't have to. They can literally just dive the tier 3 and win the fight. I mean, that's how far ahead they are. Look, 15k net worth lead at 15 minutes. I'm gonna be off the mark, but even if they don't kill him, they will actually still kill him, but even if they didn't, it's already like forcing out the Stampede. So all missing a final mid. Alright, Bench actually low. In trouble here. Hand of God not available. Sandback will be there. Tornado misses, and Sandback completed. Even throws out a stun before getting sacked. Chin right clicks down the Earth Spirit, and now go down. Centaur went down in the back, and yeah.
Condemned to death.
The moment Radiant leave their base, what I want to point out is that this network graph, it's always mentioned in terms of numbers, like raw numbers, you know, this much K network lead, but you know, let's say the game was 30 minutes in, both teams at about, like Radiant had 50k and they're at 65k. Well, it will still be a 15k lead, it'll still be pretty big, but percentage wise it will be like Dire being like 20% ahead of the Radiant, having 20% more. But in this case, it's only 16 minutes in. They have 15k lead, slightly more now, 16k, but Radiant 14, Dire 30, so they have like 100% more, like they have twice the total net worth of the Radiant. Twice, that means, yeah, speaks for itself. Interesting Moonstone, perhaps attempting to predict the Blink Stun from Slaughter. But the Blink Stun from Slaughter will actually be bottom lane. Stampede is available, will be popped, but again that's 13 fight spell gone. Viper has his Aegis still, Fearless, just 20% HP, but just walks in. Won't even get popped by the no strike, but honestly he wanted to get popped because he just respawned with full HP. Or rather, will just actually get earned up. And GG is cold, yeah, there's just not much the Radiant can do. And this is why I mentioned, you know, an active hero for the Radiant when they picked the LC last. I'm not sure if the draft was even salvageable at that stage.